So on the left-hand side, we have Linux as Yuri, on his team, we also have Bulldog as Soviet. In the bottom left, in the bottom right, we have Necrons as Soviet, allied with Revo in the top right as Yuri. So, Yuri versus Yuri along the top, Sov versus Sov along the bottom. So, we're not going to be looking at the top of the map for most of the game, because not much is going to happen up there, because it's Yuri versus Yuri, and it's super boring. You throw down one tank bunker, put a Gatling tank in it, and then can't really do much for the next 5 minutes. So we'll keep an eye down on the bottom. Make sure all of these guys are... Ooh, Linux. Chum, you want to remember to move your miner. I see Revo has done exactly that. Yuri mining, Yuri slaves. Dumb. At least... Yeah, at least Linux didn't spawn in the bottom left. Otherwise trying to micro you obviously can't micro the Yuri miner, or you can't micro the slaves. So it's very difficult to force them to pick up these gems. You can just about do it on, but they'll still try and go around in a circle. And you can force them to pick up the gems. Well, you can't target slaves, so I'd be surprised. Oh, I see. Yes. Well, yeah. So you can get the gems closest too, but if they start then going for gold, then you can't really get them off the gold unless you undeploy the miner and start moving the slaves. Like if you look at Revo in the top right, he's having these issues now. He's having to mine through the gold to get to the gems. In the bottom right, Bulldog completely annihilating Necrons while we're talking about miners. Necron's losing his war factory hard. Looks like Necrons went a little bit too heavy on the eco here. Went 2 miners. He's already had 1 popped. This is good. Revo, I mean, not having a. What? Revo has 6 miners? He went 3 out of his war and 3 out of yeah, Revo. What is he doing? Where's his radar for the psychic tower? What? I mean, this is GG here, boys and girls. I mean, the fact that Bulldog hasn't flattened Necrons is interesting, but Necrons doesn't really have much to do. There's the radar out of Revo, but this was needed a good 60 seconds ago. Terrible idea. Never built Tesla Troopers. Yeah, this is 2v2. Necron's getting absolutely smashed by Bulldog down here, and Revo going no rem, no Tesla Troopers. And Revo, I mean, the psychic tower shouldn't go up until the tanks are in range. Exactly. You lose the point of the surprise with the tower. Yes, they can target the tower, but the point is there's other stuff around to help. Like right now on the top. And Linux bringing in all of his miners because he knows it's a GG push, and he wants them to act as nice fodder, for the lashes. Bulldog not even trying anymore, killing off random Tesla troopers instead of killing off the miners. And this is GG. This was not how I thought it would go. I thought this would be. I thought it would last longer, and I'm a little disappointed. Words I think most of us have heard at one point in our lives or another. Revo to defend. He's got a sizable army, but he's got no tech. He's got no income either. Even if he steamrolls Linux here, this is going to be Bulldog versus a barracks, a radar, and a war with 0 eco for Revo. Said with disturbing familiarity. Yep. Well, of course he is. And there goes the power. I mean, Revo going way too hard and heavy into the eco here. Not being able to defend Necrons at all. Necrons, honestly, I think misjudging his opponent. Who did we see play on this map a couple of days ago? And use Yuri to great effect. But just pointing out the teams, as Kane says, Linux in the bottom left and Bulldog in the top right versus Revo in the bottom right and Necrons in the top left. And it looks like BLX team are switching things up. Linux is going to build in the top right, while Bulldog is going to build in the bottom left. Poor Matt muting himself. God, you fucking terrified me for a minute there, Adam. Lord. The stream keeps muting? Does it? I was going to say, no one else has complained in the last hour, Adam. I don't have internet problems, unlike you. Yeah. Okay, Bulldog really concerned about this beach house in the top middle of the map. He really wants to go on vacation by this little lake. Has noticed that he can't because Necrons has garrisoned it. So some aggressive play out of Necrons down here. Revo also coming in. Obviously, they've realized that they're building off each other now, and they've swapped starts. I don't think these guys are going to be able to get much out of this. Linux coming in with the GATs, but really not what you want to do against a Lasher. Necron's in quite a nice position up here, sitting on 2k with 4 miners. Already put early pressure on Bulldog. Bulldog is completely broke. He's got 2 miners. He's mining gold. And he's only got two Grizzlies, both of them on fire. In the top right, Linux sitting on 5 miners. Pretty nice. But here we have Revo doing what I was mentioning earlier with the Yuri player. What they're able to do is move their miners and get those gems hidden in the corners, or sorry, on the edges. This has obviously been prevented by by Necrons at the top to stop Linux getting those gems, and in the bottom it's been prevented by Bulldog, stops Revo getting them. Revo's going to lose this miner. A little bit of lag. Okay, that was interesting. Hey, Papa, how's it going, man? Bulldog is starting to pick himself back up again, which is good. Necrons hasn't really taken advantage of his situation. He's still sitting on 2 rhinos. He's got an extra war factory up. Radar tech. Linux going for the defensive psychic tower. Okay, curious. Yeah, he needs to defend. Yeah, I just noticed that. That's where Necron's army went. Necrons is in trouble. He's got a Deso out. Desos are good. He's about to get double teamed though. Bulldog popping up at the front. I'd like to see this Deso deploy, Can do some nice work against the Gats and the Mags. That's man, it's more like the front door, isn't it? It's gonna be tough to try and get rid of Yuri though. Mastermind coming out. And there's Bulldog with the base walking as France. This is gonna be problematic. Revo really needs to get a disc out or something. Magnetron coming in is going to take over all of Revo's army, but it should get overloaded if Revo can micro it properly. There we go. Yep, but Revo lost a fair amount of his army there and didn't really get anything out of it, apart from killing a mastermind. Yeah, Necrons is in trouble here. That tower is just saved him there. He definitely needs it. He's against a France and he's against a Yuri player. Revo gets his army back, but for all of about 3 seconds. None of these players have decided to go to the middle, despite the middle being completely uncontested. Necron's about to lose his war factory. There we go, and it's gone. Nope. It's 2 minutes until the 2 minutes until the IC is up. Unfortunately for him, though, I don't think he's going to get much of a chance to use it. Revo needs to help. Bulldog is slowly squeezing the noose around Necrons' neck. And that nuclear power plant needs to be repaired. Otherwise, that IC is... Yeah, he needs to repair it. Otherwise, that IC isn't going to fire when he needs it. There it goes. Bulldog has way too many Grizzlies. He's got the elite up there as well. That's bye-bye Necrons. Revo, just unfortunately in the wrong place at the right time. You know, putting pressure up on Linux when Bulldog was the one creeping in and killing his partner. And these random mags just sort of strewn out. And there's the GG. Oof. Again, Sov versus Sov. Yuri versus Yuri. Revo and Necrons versus Bulldog and Linux. Not going to see a Connie rush. No, from either side. They're not going to build off each other's MCVs. No, doesn't look like it. Okay. Yes. Everyone stays put. Yep. No, no Connie rushes. No, okay. It looks like it should be a pretty normal game. Gives the Euro players a chance to slightly show off and see what they can do with unit micro. That is true. That is always quite nice and flashy to be able to see. War's out. Revo slightly behind on his war factory there. Just a couple of seconds, but going not a bad idea. Oh, he couldn't quite get it. He thought about it, but it probably would have been blown up before it got in. But you gotta always remember that time to turn turret. It's how dogs can kill GIs. If the dog comes up behind the GI, then the dog gets GI. If the dog comes up in front of the GI kills the dog. Sorry. Oh, Bulldog gets his miner droned. And in return, Necron gets his Rhino drone. This is definitely a good trade. He's gonna get the depot out, but he's gonna be a building behind. And that's $1,000 he's not getting back. Just saves it in time. Yeah, so he's behind in his refinery. Revo deciding not to go and fight Linux. Just as Linux goes in on him. Oh, he's gonna have to pull back. I'm concerned though by the units for Necrons and Bulldog. Bulldog and Necrons are both close to broke, and yet somehow Necrons has 4 Rhinos versus Linux's 6. I'm not really sure how this has happened. When Bulldog has had to build a service depot and has been down a miner this entire time. Yeah, because he went straight to he went 1. Sorry, 0. Revo, where are you sending that miner of yours, chum? That is... Maybe. Necron's now starting to reap the benefits of the extra miner he had for a while. He's now on 5 versus 4. He's got his second war factory out. Give it another 30 seconds and he will be out tanking Bulldog for certain. Mastermind out from Linux coming up. Try and get Revo's units. Oh, lands it on the Gatling tank. Nicely done. He'd much rather lose a Gatling tank than lose half his army. Yep, see, Deso's nice idea. He's going to need those versus Yuri. It's nice to deal with the dog fodder. It's what he wants to do. I mean, Bulldog has had eco issues this entire game. So he definitely needs that eco. Necrons needs to be careful here. That's a good fight. Necrons wants to take that. There we go. Necrons wins that fight on the left-hand side. Revo. Also, let's look at Revo's eco. Revo's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 miners. 7 miners versus... Okay, 7 now, but it was versus 6 earlier. He's also got a miner on the... Revo also has a miner on the middle, which is going to be giving him a nice little boost of income here. But... Yep, very nice to build that next to Bulldog. He's put the grinder, he's put the war factory in Bulldog's base, which means that the psychic tower goes down when it's needed for any kind of defense. And there's the drone. Oh, doesn't quite get the mastermind. But Revo is still bulking up in terms of eco. Doing very nicely there. Necrons needs to be spamming those drones. Revo's own masterminds come in. Bye-bye, Bulldog's army. Yep. No, he decides just to kill them. Fine. So now Linux is sending his army over towards Bulldog to reinforce him, which is the perfect opportunity for Revo to go in on top. Even if he only gets Linux's eco, and there's the mutate by Revo. Revo's masterminds over on the left hand side doing good work here against Linux and Bulldog's army. Yep. Linux, being classic Yuri, was not able to have 2 separate armies. That is an obnoxious number of Magnetrons. Have you ever seen that many Magnetrons? Because he only got 3 war factories, but How many mags you need? Where are the masterminds? Where are the discs? I mean, I'm not gonna say he's wrong because Revo's been pushing Linux and saving Necrons this game. Um, this is an interesting Yuri playstyle. He's apparently having some problems with that bit of dirt. Doesn't like that bit of dirt existing. So he's decided to kill it with the entire power of Yuri. Um, but also he's keeping his army back at base. Why? As Necrons. What is Revo doing? What has Necron said? I want to be the one to kill Bulldog. What? Is Revo saying, "Oh, dude, I need to go to the bathroom. Let's just prolong this game"? Like, what is he doing? He can win the game. He is. What is he doing? It's a 2v1, and the one has nothing. And Revo has actually decided he needs more magnetrons. Alright guys, I know to those less experienced of you, to those more impressionable Yuri's Revenge players out there, I know Revo won this, but let's all agree here, this is not how you play Yuri. Indeed. Oh really? It's It's not as bad as Snark on Monday when he got drone NG'd in a flak track. The drone went into his MCV when he unpacked it, and the NG went into his barracks, so he couldn't put an NG in the IFV to repair it. Yeah, I know, I know. And that was game 7 as well, and it was 3-3 at that point. Yeah, he snarked. Yeah, it was so anticlimactic. It was absolutely gutting. Because it could have been a really good game. No, I was finished. In true. Um, screw you. Um, so we got the two Yuri players. We've got Revo and Linux on the left hand side, and we've got Bulldog and Necrons on the right hand side. Bulldog is yeah, sorry, I said Bulldog. I meant Linux is going for the gems on the in the corner. I like this. I like this a lot. Because Revo's not going to be able to kill this with a Lasher and a Gatling tank. Go with the slaves, yeah. I mean, if it was against Necrons would throw a Deso out here as soon as he could and deny everything. But I have no idea how to play Yuri, so I got my notepad out. Oh dear, Matty, no. Please don't, man. um, I mean, I might eat my words here. Linux might actually lose this. He does lose it. Um, Morning, JL. How's it going, man? Um, so, yeah, Revo putting on some nice early game pressure and taking advantage of Linux for being too greedy and doing exactly what I would have done. And he's now sitting on 2 miners, yeah. Well, we know that Revo is a heavy eco player. Linux said, I see what you did to my first miner, and here is another one for you to try that against, but I'm going to back it up with a couple of mags and a couple of gats. Mm-hmm. Yep. Um, uh, as for the Soviet players, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 miners versus 6, so that's about even. But Bulldog's not done a nice job of expanding. Gets one of Necron's tanks with a drone as well. Yep, he's gonna get it. He should get it. He's gonna lose 3 tanks for it, but hopefully he doesn't lose 4. Oh, he's gonna lose 4. Okay, fine. Deso comes out from Bulldog to protect Linux's miner in the bottom, but decides, actually, no, I don't want no part of this. I am going home. Revo loses his Magnetron. That's obviously why he builds so many. Elite Lasher, boys! This is potentially game-changing here. Because that is a dead miner. That Elite Lasher is a worry for Linux. Sorry? Yep. So Linux should have a tower pre-built. He's got his radar over by Bulldog's base. So Revo needs to be really careful how he actually goes in on Linux here. I'd like him to just maintain map control, honestly. You know, going in against Yuri is risky at the best of times. So yeah, the IC from Bulldog, Necrons' IC should be about 5 seconds away. There we go, comes up. Now Bulldog's low power. Bulldog was sending units over to help Linux, but has backed them off to help save his own skin. Revo coming up with a Magnetron and a Mastermind. Is I mean will you open a 4v4 later? A Rhino, yeah, absolutely, man. Rhino, I thought I saw a follow from you when I opened Streamlabs. I thought you've been following for months, dude. Is that an alternate Twitch account? Nice, Deso. Not gonna quite kill the mag. Oh, Rhino Tank 88. Are you a different person from a Rhino Tank then? Here come the drones from Bulldog. I see drones? What? Both of them do it. Oh, I don't like... Okay. I mean, the IC drones are supposed to be anti-Yuri. I mean, you can use them against the Soviet. Fine. But Necrons use them miles away. Get the Mastermind. Get the Mastermind. There you go. Necrons also was able to use it on 9. I only counted 5 in the IC for Bulldog, but Necrons didn't even bother to try and save his tanks. Gets his miner droned as well. Thankfully, he does have a repair pad. Revo building up a huge army. As Yuri, this is, again, not something you see often. Normally, you have... Second repair depot is like, no, can't be bothered to travel over here. Somebody please tell Revo that Yuri has a flying unit. Third repair depot for Necrons out in Revo's base. That I like, actually. I like that. It means IC in future can save masterminds. Don't believe so, no. No. Revo, I don't want to criticize him too much here. Because he's doing a better job than I could. But his army control, I think, leaves something to be desired. He's got such a large army as Yuri. And he's moving it all at once. There's no There's no precision. There's no precision to it. Necrons coming around the back into Bulldog's base. Interesting. The IC out from Necrons. Just 3 drones. Just 3 drones IC'd, but it does the job. There you go. Somebody reminded Revo that he could build air units. I like the CB class commentary. He wanted a second repaired. He bought the other one, which wasn't close enough. Yeah. Oh, yeah, get the wars. Love it, love it. Nice, long distance mining for Bulldog. Real long distance mining. Yeah. Linux also lost his lab and a war factory, I believe. And there we go, Revo coming in to smack Bulldog around the face. The Deso! Revo, just, don't, what are you doing? What? He's like, no, charge! Some of you are about to die, and I'm okay with that. What? Revo is using his army like some sledgehammer. There is no finesse. He's like, I'm just going all in on this. What? He lost the elite as well. But this might be a GG moment. This might be a GG moment anyway. Let's look at this. What has Bulldog got left? Bulldog has a whole handful of nothing left. Revo, on the other hand, is close to. Revo's like, I don't know, man. Bulldog's like, I can build conscripts. That's it. Ah, Bulldog has a nuke. Okay, this could be quite damaging here. That's going to be 4 war factories gone if it goes down there. Which I expect. Probably going to be about there. No, it's going to be here. It's going to be by the power, the radar. Right on top of Revo's army. You actually gonna lose this? Okay, the icy drones, the icy drones! Hail Mary, boys! Okay, I would also like to point out, Revo has a grinder and a war factory in Necron's base. So he could have rebuilt the MCV anyway. He also has 2 discs. Linux is broke. He's got the Dominator. There we go. They've already called GG, but Yuri is usually played as a... I'm not playing in it. I'm just one of the casters. But if you have any questions, feel free to throw it in Twitch chat. I'm showing that my esteemed colleague over here can't do, because despite being a VIP in Fortune's Chaos Discord server, he doesn't have a Twitch account. Right, so we got Bulldog in the top right, allied with Linux in the bottom left, and allied with Revo in the bottom left, and Linux in the top left, allied. What am I talking about? No, it's top versus bottom. Top versus bottom, Yuri on the left, Soviet on the right. Too much, and I've had too much whiskey. It's fine. A drink of choice. Well, Necrons is getting gold. In the bottom right, Necrons needs to notice that quickly. That's going to put his eco really far behind if he doesn't notice. He is miles behind on his war factory as well. Look, Bulldog's has had his up for a while. He's already got the drone out. There we go. Necrons notices, but miner. The AFK mining time. Yeah. Okay. So that's been got. He's on 3. Also, bear in mind he's got them all on gems. Whereas because of a placement of Yor in the top right, quite often you'll find players leaving just the one on the gems. So Bulldog's actually hampering his own eco here. Or kneecapping his own eco here. Necrons with the hips of barracks placement. Yeah, that's... I mean, where the hell do you put the barracks here? There's no way you need to put it. You quite right, you can put the power down there. Yeah. Revo fighting off Linux a little bit. Again, as previously mentioned, I'm not gonna pay attention too much to early game Yuri because nothing normally happens. Misclick dog when trying to build fodder. Yep. What's the eco looking like for Yuri? So we got 5 versus 5 miners, both taking out the gems at the bottom of the cliffs, kind of as expected. And Necrons applying some really nice pressure here. I love it. For somebody who was behind, mining gold and having his war factory, you know, a good 5 seconds behind. Not doing too bad. Yeah, I saw them explode. But he's got the lab up. Whereas Linux doesn't. Linux also long distance mining. First disc out. Bulldog has the lab up. He's got the nuke up. He should have the IC out in the next 5 seconds. 4, 3. There we go. In the next 5 seconds. Bloody fortune teller I am. Revo loses the disc and loses the lasher. Bulldog pointing out that Necrons is trying to split. No mind control actually out for Linux just yet. Still, okay, lab is over on Bulldog's side. Necron's a little bit behind on trying to tech up. Nuke is out. He's broke, and his tanks have been squished in between Bulldog and Linux. Necrons has nothing. Revo. Yeah, I'd like Revo to kill Linux here, honestly. Deso, nice. Took out a lot of Linux's army there. Young Lizzie MCV, he's a Soviet player. It's not the end of the world. Linux's mastermind gets mind controlled. Revo got the GM on all the slaves. This is putting Linux in a really tricky situation. Necrons. Yeah, so Necron still has 2 miners. He does have his war. He does have his Iron Curtain. Linux, on the other hand, is broke and has been broke for a while. The Kirov out of Bulldog. Oh, lots of lag. Is it me? Someone tabbed out? Okay. I mean, I'd be really surprised. Oh, is the culprit going to show up? Okay, you try leaving. It was you, dude. No? Oh, no, 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 it wasn't you, it wasn't you. Well, no, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. Still lagging really bad. Yeah, I'd be very surprised. Um, so Revo is still not trying to defend Necrons in the slightest. Bulldog has a large army of rhinos. Um, this is a lot of lag. Yeah, can do. Yeah, halfway through the game. Revo losing his entire army to drones. Because he's got no Gatling tanks to protect them. Revo is gonna lose his base to Bulldog here, I think. Servers have been shit this week. Yeah, they have been pretty shit this week. I noticed on Monday they were pretty bad. Monday or Sunday was it? Where I was having awful lag and a few other people who weren't in my game were all saying no, no, lag on. You know, we're having lag in our games as well. Seems to be starting to clear up. Again, 20-year-old game, community hosted. The fact it still exists is nothing short of miraculous. Not quite able to get Bulldog's War Factory in the top left. There's the IC on the drones. Bulldog is going to take out all of Revo's army. Revo, no! You wait until the drones are in before you grind it. What? And I can just hang out. Like, you get extra money if you grind it with a drone inside. Oh. Good lord. So, what have we got? Let's take stock of Bulldog. Bulldog is pretty broke. Yeah, he's got 7 miners, but there's nothing for him to mine. Linux also pretty broke. Revo sitting on 14k. Um, I don't know what's going through Revo's mind at the moment. Like, he could have mutated this and sent it across to Bulldog's base. Like, and then he calls GG. I mean, it would have been an uphill struggle for him to win this for sure. You know, he didn't have opposites. It's been Yuri v Yuri and Sov v Sov. We got Necrons and Revo versus Linux and Bulldog. So here we go. Necrons or Revo decide actually they don't want to do this. Probably Necrons deciding that he does not want to face Linux, so they swap. Mhm. Uh. Okay, so oil. Very slow oil capture out from Linux here. His miner, in fact, okay, he can move it, but his first miner was not placed down next to those gems. Yeah, 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 absolutely. Like normally you build the engineer first, and then you build anything else afterwards. Um, ah, um, Bulldog trying to be annoying with dogs. Revo deciding that he... Oh. I mean, not much really is going on at the moment. Both teams taking stock of their positions. Revo on 3 miners, Lennox only on 2. I mean, going early army against Yuri is generally a bad idea, unless he's deciding to use it to double up on Necrons. But then Revo can just throw down a psychic tower. The radar is out. Revo's now on 4 miners. 4 miners to 2 still. Lennox is going to have real money issues. Then again, Necrons is going to have some issues here. He's got a Rhino and what's Lennox's army coming in for him. He should be able to hold this off. Oh, careful! Oh, okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. I thought that was a Magnetron with that army. If he dropped up the miner and dropped it on the refinery, obviously the refinery goes boom. Am I missing something here? How has Lennox got... Okay, he's got 3 miners now, but... How has he got so much on so little? Oh, he's got a 4th miner on the right hand side. That's why. There's Lennox's lab. Revo deciding he wants to maybe start pushing, but he doesn't want to fight this. Definitely does not want to fight this. They'll overload that mastermind in no time at all. Bulldog gonna have his IC up in 5 seconds. Necrons still not even got his there you go, there's the IC. Necron's not even got his lab out yet. And throwing away some tanks to Bulldog. Nope. Yeah. I mean, that IC is going to be so damaging. Yeah, I do like this. This is what we've seen the last couple of games, where BLX double up on Necrons while Revo ends up hitting normally Lennox. He's gonna get the MCV. Lennox has no grinder. If he can get the War Factory, then Lennox is as good as out of the game. And the Deso! Lennox's army! Oh no! There we go. IC out from Necrons. Necrons in full retreat. The Mastermind and Overload. Probably not going to overload fast enough, though. There we go. Necrons gets his army back. And Revo now starting to pinch in on Bulldog's forces. This is looking pretty dicey for Bulldog now. He's on his own. He was in a leading position. He's got the nuke, which... It would have been nice if the game lasted that long, but I doubt it will. And here we have Revo Necrons barreling down Bulldog's front door. Yep. I would, however, like Necrons and Revo to attack sometime today, though. Oh, they get the drones, though. The only thing left to be IC'd now is those tanks. Not going to end nicely. And there's the IC out from Thenecrons. Going to get most of those tanks. There's the IC. The IC is 20 seconds away. You can IC units to get rid of the drones inside of them. But it's not going to be done in enough time. Tanks are way too split. He gets 2 of them, but this is looking pretty GG here, folks. So when I said it was going to go to a game 7, Matt knows best, boys and girls. Matt knows best. I don't know. Again, I do apologize for the lag, guys. It was fine earlier. We think it's Linux. We swapped around tunnels from Denita to Euro. It is what it is. Come on, show us it. It won't even show us a lag screen. Not lagging. It's not lagging for long enough. Yeah, it's over. So that's 3-3. You got Thenecrons of Soviet top right, Revo's Yuri in bottom left on team N. Yeah, I'm wondering what their team name was. That was going to fly off the tongue. And then helpfully team BLX have decided to swap. So Linux is moving down to the bottom right, and Bulldog is building in the top left. So we end up with a Sove versus Sove and a Yuri versus Yuri, so we will not be paying much attention to the bottom of the map, except Thenecrons and Revo have decided to flip as well. So we're certainly going to end up with a Yuri versus Sove. On both ways. So what do we... So Bulldog, standard, build on the cliff, get the gold, that's fine. Thenecrons, I do not like his build. I suppose you could build down there, but normally build up on that cliff. There. Bit late. His barracks is in the wrong place. Get over here. Yeah, Linux has the battle bunker out. Sorry, the tank bunker out. He's got 3 GATs. Hey, Harry, how's it going, man? Yeah, this is... This is not going to work, sure. On the flip side, Thenecrons spent, what, 900 bucks here, while Linux spent money on 2 tank bunkers. I don't play Yuri enough to know how much those cost, but I think it's about 500 a piece. And he lost the tank. So yeah, Thenecrons, not really liking what he's doing there. Bulldog trying to defend here against Revo. 4 rhinos versus 3 lashes and 2 gats. Gonna go the way of the rhino. Thenecrons just... Yeah, not microing on the gems. I don't know if he's thrown or tilted or what. I mean, not microing the miners. 5 miners is great and all, but he needs to expand to that gold, and he's going to lose his tanks if he doesn't pay attention. There we go, he moves. Revo trying to mine the gems in the middle. I like that. I like that a lot. Bulldog about to smack Thenecrons on the left-hand side here, though. Thenecrons has nothing, really, to hold against this. No sentries. What's Revo able to offer here? Psychic Tower? Yeah, he's got a radar. He's going for the miner. I'd much rather he went for the MCV. I mean, this is against a Soviet player. You can stop the IC coming if he takes out the MCV. Thenecrons has $3. I don't think if he sells all of that, he has enough for a refinery. Yeah, I know. I think he forgot about that. Bulldog pushing in on Revo here. Revo's not in a bad spot, but he could have. I think he could have punished. He could have punished Linux a lot better down here and taken out Bulldog's MCV. That would have been. That would have been the goal here. Mm-hmm. Revo's trying to go in on Linux here, but Bulldog's just is gonna push him and yep. This coming out from Revo, a nice touch, but then the mutator's out, but the IC is gonna be out from Bulldog in the next 5 seconds. There you go. Yeah, killed the miner instead of the MCV. I don't know why he did that. Been a miscommunication, maybe. Not really paying attention. Could have been a lot of things. I mean, he's got a sizable army, but I don't think he can stop this. There's no mastermind to try and punish this Rhino flat combo. But he's got 2 back at base. Like he forgot to bring the first one along. He's got no grinder either, which I'm concerned about. He does have a nice army up here now, though. Gets the IC. He could get rid of Linux's MCV now here. Or get rid of a nuke. Or attack something. Oh, he mind controls the MCV! He's gotta save that. Or kill the MCV, for love of Christ. Force, just target the MCV! He's spamming out the Gatling tanks now. He's got 12k and only 1 war factory! What is this? I don't know. And yeah, I do. Oh, well, yeah, Revo lost his MCV, so of course he can only have 1 more. Internal error. But the GG was called. The GG was called. I'm not lying. I've got an internal error on my screen, and that's why it's lagging. Somebody did something they weren't supposed to do. I probably just signed the game. GG's.